Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Honda Accord SE in Meteorite gray metallic with a gray interior. For 2025, Honda has made some changes inside and out, pretty slight. Let's start off with the SE, which is a new trim level for 2025. It replaces the EX, and what you'll get on the SE versus the EX is the gloss black rims, gloss black mirror caps, and the gloss black piece kind of around the windows is blacked out. Also, Honda's made some changes in the other models, which was well needed. Some of these things everyone complained that the 24 and the 23s didn't have. Now on the SE, on the front fascia here, standard LED headlamps, so LED high beam, which is in the middle, LED low beam, turn signals, and daytime running lights. You don't have any fog lights on the SE because fog lights is not available on any Accord currently. Also on the lower portion of the bumper, you do have some gloss black there, flat black down below, flat black on the lip here. The grille is gloss black. You do have your big Honda emblem, which also houses your radar for part of your Honda sensing package, which is also standard on the Accords. When Honda went to this new design, a lot of people complained that it looks ugly, it looks sad, it looks like a Ford Taurus. Some people love the looks. They love that it's more laid back, less aggressive and in your face than the previous Accord. To each his own. You do have a longer hood to give you more roadster type styling. Wider windshield from the previous generation, better visibility. Honda pulled back the windshield to give you better visibility as well too. You do have the updated Honda Sensing camera, which is a more wider angle than the previous generation. You get the newer windshield wipers where the sprayer nozzle is on the wiper itself. And you also have slimmer A-pillars to help reduce blind spot and give you better visibility as well. Now, because this is the SE, like I said, your mirrors are gloss black. The lower portion of the mirror is flat black, and there's no LED turn signals integrated on there at all. And even on the wheel design here, you can see it's the same wheel as the LX and the EX. They just blacked it out. So now it's gloss black to give you a more distinct styling versus the EX. Take a look at the side profile here. Accords just grew over time. You do have a body line here, slight body line down below. The side portion right here is flat black on the SE. Taking a look at the rim design here, like I said, they're the same design as the LX and EX. The tires are 225 with a 50 tire wall wrapped around 17-inch gloss black rims. Standard, the lug nuts are chrome. You can get them blacked out as an option. This Accord does have a protection package where you have wheel locks, splash guards, and a cargo tray in the trunk. Let's take a look at the Meteorite gray metallic because this replaced modern steel a few years ago, and it's a lot of metallic in there. Overall, a very nice looking color, not too bright, not too dark either. On the SE, it kind of blends in with the blacked out wheels and the blacked out side mirrors. So around the window, you can see it's gloss black up top. The lower portion is flat black. The door handles are body colored, and the pillars here are also gloss black. Coming along to the rear of the Accord, one of my favorite parts of the Accord. I just love the rear end. I love this more than the front end, in my opinion. You do have a shark fin style antenna that is gloss black as well. You do have your third brake light that's LED. I believe it's LED. Look like it's LED. The taillights for sure is LED, no combination. Honda usually have half LED and half regular bulbs. On the Accord, your brake lights are LED, your turn signals are LED, and your reverse lights are LED. Even your license plate lights are LED. You do have the baby H, which is, some people agree that this looks nice. Some hate it. They wish they had a bigger H back there. I like the smaller emblem. That's just me. You do have a built-in spoiler in the trunk, which is nice. Kind of make the rear not as round, even though the overall car is pretty round back here. On the lower portion of the bumper, you do have reflectors on both sides, flat black. On this piece right here, you can add a diffuser or like a lower lip if you wanted to. Now you do have Accord in chrome and the Honda emblem in chrome, and that's it. You can black that out through your Honda dealership. You don't have EX or SE or LX or anything like there in the back. They save those for the sports and the touring. If you're familiar with the newer Hondas, you should be familiar with the newer keys that they've been using. Everything pretty much went to this key besides, I think, the Ridgeline and Passport are the two that's left to upgrade to the newer Honda key, which is smaller, more curvier, easier to fit in your pocket. Now the SE will give you remote start built in, so you can lock it, hold the circle, The cord will flash at you one time, and then it'll flash at you 3 times to let you know that it's running. The remote start will stay on for about 10 minutes. You can lock it, hold it again, add additional 10 minutes on top of the remaining time. Your interior degrees will go up to 72 degrees. That way it's not too hot and not too cold. You can use this feature in the wintertime and in the summertime, which is a nice touch. One thing I didn't get to mention, blind spot monitoring is standard on SE and above. If you get an LX, you won't have the blind spot monitoring system or the rear cross traffic alert. You can hold the circle, it'll shut off the vehicle, it'll flash at you, let you know it is shut off. You have lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, and you do have the emergency key in the fob as well. You just push this button right here on the side. For the emergency key, it goes underneath here. So you see the little keyhole right there is where you would put the emergency key. Because you have a smart key, you have smart entry, so you can tap these 3 little lines right there, and it'll lock all the doors, or you put your hand on the back of the door handle, and it'll unlock the door. By default, it'll only unlock the driver door. Put your hand in the passenger's door first. It'll unlock all 4 doors. You can go in the menu and change it where the driver door unlocks all 4 doors as well. Let's take a look at the door card before we jump on the interior. I'll try to block the sun for you guys. You do have soft touch up here, soft touch there, and where you rest your elbow, soft touch. With the gray interior, this portion right here will be gray. If you get black interior, it'll be black. You do have auto up down for the front windows, the rear power, but you do have to hold them. Power locks, power mirrors. You get this aluminum style door handle. It's not real aluminum, but it looks nice. It looks pretty fancy. You do have some storage down here, bottle portion down there, speaker there on the lower portion of the door. Now coming along to the interior, like I said, you can get black interior or gray interior, and with the SE, you do have a 10-way power adjustment. So you have lumbar in and out. You can adjust the seat forward and back. You can move the seat forward and back. You can go up and down with the whole seat, and you can tilt this portion right here up and down. On the passenger side, it will be a manual adjustment. So you have a 2-way manual adjustment. You can move the seat, the back of the seat forward and back, and then you have the bar you can pull to move the whole seat forward and back. There's no up and down option on the Accord. Let's jump inside the Accord, see what the interior is like. It is push button start, so you put your foot on the brake, you push the button, and it'll turn on for you, come to life. Let's go ahead and close the door up. On the steering wheel, you do have a polyurethane material. If you want leather, you do have to get a sport and up. Still feels good to the hand, not as nice as the leather. Lower portion of the steering wheel, you do have some piano black finish here. Kind of like a dark black plastic around here. The airbag cover is a hard touch material. And you do have some controls. On the left side, you have next track, previous, volume, voice command. You do have a scroll wheel because you have a full, I think it's a 10.2 inch customizable display. That's standard on every Accord, even the base model LX, which is a nice touch. So the scroll wheel will control the left side. And on the right side, you have another scroll wheel, which controls this portion here. But you do have cruise on and off, cancel, resume, set. You have your lane keep and assist button on and off here, and adjust the distance from the adaptive cruise control here. If you hold this guy, it'll switch between cruise control and adaptive cruise control. So if you ever wanted to revert back to the original cruise control, you can. No automatic braking. Behind the steering wheel, you do have your lighting control over here, which if off, you have auto, you have parking and on. Auto high beams is standard on the Accord. And for your wipers, you have off, intermediate, low, and high adjustment as well too for your wipers. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have an ear vent over here that you can open and close. And you have a slither of gloss black up here, which is funny. And on the lower portion down here, you have a button to pop the trunk. You have a lever around the corner to pop the hood. Here are your pedals. You do have gas, brake, and your dead pedal. You can adjust the steering wheel, pull this lever down, and you can go in and out and up and down. So it's nice that you still have the adjustment there. But on the screen here, for the 10.2 inch display, it is customizable. So left scroll wheel will cycle between AM, FM, USB, pretty much all your sources, Bluetooth. You can customize it, and you can hide and show different options if you wanted to. Or you can, I think, remove the time and clock. Yeah, so audio and clock as well. If you wanted that kind of clean tachometer look with no information, you can definitely have that if you wanted to. And you can see all the different medias you can customize there. The left side will show you what you're listening to and what radio station you listen to. Unless you check off that audio and time, it'll get rid of that middle information in there. Now the right scroll wheel will control the right side, which right now this is range and fuel. This will tell you the range on your current tank and what you're averaging. If you scroll up, you have gauge display. So here you can change from miles per hour to kilometers. You can hide and show different apps that you don't want on the list, kind of like the left side. You're able to change it from round to bar, and you can see bar will have your speedometer up and down, your tachometer up and down, and you can have either round or bar minimal, which shows less information, or a minimal that really doesn't show much at all. You have a speedometer in the middle, and that's pretty much it. That's for, I guess, more people that think that this is too distracting, they want less information. You can make it as minimal as possible, which is nice. You have settings here, and here's kind of where you change things like your door lock settings, or you could turn on your walkway auto lock feature, which I'm gonna show you guys that it does have that feature. It is set to be off by default, but you can go in here and actually change and turn that feature on in your Accord if you wanted to. And then up above that, you have your vehicle stability control on and off feature. So most of these features used to be on this left side on the older Accords. Honda's been going to this new design where there's less buttons on this side. Everything is in the display here, and it's pretty much in one tap of your hand. You have your brightness adjustment here, so the stick is gone, or you use the twist, or you have the little scroll wheel for your dimmer, and you go right back to no content, which will have a speedometer. That's pretty much it. And then you have your safety support here. So here you can turn off some of your safety features. You have road departure, mitigation on and off. You have blind spot information system on and off, and your collision mitigation system braking on and off. And then maintenance will show your oil life, of course, who have their seatbelts on, driver attention level. If you fill up those bars, then Honda will recommend you to pull over, take a nap, drink some coffee, take a break, something. You falling asleep. And then your average speed and time for the engine. I'm gonna leave it on range and fuel, but you can see, view plenty of information. Gas tank is on one side, temperature is on the left side. The middle, you see it's an Accord. So previously, I believe the CR-V and the Accord had it where you had to turn on your cruise button first to get the picture of the vehicle there, but now the Accord is just sitting there. So if you hit the brakes come on, put your wipers, the wipers come on. It's actually a cool feature that we can tell what's on and what's off. I'm not sure if your brake lights go out and then it'll tell you in the screen like one of them are out. That would be cool if it did. And then you have the speedometer right there in the middle. Let's hover over to the right where you have your 7-inch touchscreen display. Now, if you get any Accord above an SE, so if you get an LX or an SE, your only option is the 7-inch touchscreen display. If you get a Sport and up, you get the wider, I think it's like a 12.2 or 12.3 touchscreen, widescreen touchscreen display, which is really nice. But this display is still pretty simple if you don't need, all the crazy bells and whistles, because Honda's interiors are very simple, easy to use. You don't have to look for anything. You can just take a glance and you know where everything is. Now, this screen is touchscreen, and you do have a tuning knob here, volume knob here. So you still have some physical buttons, next track, previous, a shortcut for phone. You have radio, AM and FM. Media is going to be your USB or Bluetooth. Connect will be Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And it's wired in the LX and SE. If you want wireless, you have to go up to a hybrid. And you do have a menu key too to change the time and certain settings that you can change on there as well. Down below the touchscreen display, you do have the normal air vent that started in the Civic, pretty much in most of the Hondas. Now the air vent sits behind this little mesh grill. Now it don't take up the whole thing. You can see that that's blocked off. It's only where these knobs are. And speaking of these knobs, feel very premium to the hand, very kind of tactile, easy to turn them on and off. Cool little feature to have there. I like the premium touches. You have your hazards right here in the middle, and then your climate control. So going back to what I was saying, how the interior is very simple and easy. Your climate control is not on a screen. You don't have to dig in the menus to find it. You have 3 knobs. You have your driver's temperature here, passenger's temperature here, because you do have dual zone climate control on the SE, and you have a 3-level heated seat for the driver and passenger as well. You have auto climate control. You can turn this off to reuse fresh air from outside. Your different modes, front defrost, fan speed, and on and off for the whole system. You do have a heated side mirrors with your back glass is also heated as well. Did not even mean to turn that on. And then you have AC on and off. You have sync here so you can control both zones. If you turn it off, then passenger could catch on fire. You stay cool with your low temperature. turn on sync, you're going to control both sides. Simple layout, easy to use. Right below that, you have two USB-C ports. Now, USB-A is gone on the Accord, so you got to get rid of those USB-A wires, unless you have the power outlet adapter. But you can still plug your phone into the first USB-C for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The second one will be just for charging. And down below, you do have a phone, not just a phone mat, but just storage that you can put all types of things. Usually, you probably drop your phone in there or receipts or anything of that nature. Your shift knob is the same material as the steering wheel. So the polyurethane material, and it's wrapped in piano black. And I should just notice that. You have your shifter here, which is a CVT transmission, but it's a standard shifter. So you have park, reverse, neutral, drive. You have an S mode and L. S mode will have higher acceleration, so to hit higher RPMs, you will have a more spirited drive pretty much in S mode. L mode will allow you to use engine braking. You have engine braking in S mode too, but it's way more aggressive in L mode. It's more like as if you're downshifting going into a lower gear. Now I'm gonna hold the brakes and put it into reverse to show you guys the backup camera. You do have a multi-angle backup camera where you have a wide angle, you have your normal, top down, and you have cross traffic on and off. Now, with the wide angle, it's actually super wide. So if you come out of a parking space, you can see what's coming from the left, what's coming from the right. And then if you're not paying attention, someone is coming, you back it up. That's when the cross traffic will kick in and alert you like, hey, there's a car coming. If you turn the wheel, it will turn the trajectory as well. So that's standard, which is nice. And you have your safety guidelines on there as well. No 360 camera is available. Below the shifter, you do have Econ Assist on and off, and you have an engine idle stop feature on and off, electronic parking brake, and a brake hold feature, which comes in handy. You have your cup holders here. It looks like this one is bigger than this one. Could be illusion, not too sure, but I like how they have this little insert. Maybe you have a mug, the handle can fit in here as well. You do have a soft touch for the armrest. Actually, this thing is super soft. It feels very good. Like you got to touch one, very soft. Inside the armrest, you do have a power outlet, and that's pretty much it. But it's pretty deep storage in there. And then you do have your glove box here that is lockable, and it is damp, so it opens slowly. But it's not lined with felt, but it is a bin style. Now up above from your touchscreen display, you do have a standard rear view mirror. It's not auto dimming, and there's no home link built in, but you can add that as an accessory. Above your rear view mirror, you have LED lighting, which is throughout the whole interior, which is nice. One thing the SE will give you over the LX is a power moonroof. No panoramic moonroof is available on the Accord. And not only that, you can open the glass all the way, it can also tilt up to ventilate as well. So you have that option there. You also have an emergency SOS button here. Flip that guy open. You can push the button for that guy. You do have a sunglass holder up above. The headliner here is kind of like grayish, beigeish, kind of traditional Honda. You have your window visor here. You have LED lighting, which is nice, with a mirror. And on the passenger side, you also have LED lighting with a mirror. Let's take a look at the rear seating. So this is how wide the rear door open. Actually pretty wide. You do have hard touch up in the rear. This is a hard touch, also hard touch. And this is soft touch where you rest your elbow, but it's not as soft as the driver. You do have same style door handle, window switch, and little bottle holder pocket, storage pocket going on down there. And you don't have any speakers on the door. So let's jump into the rear passenger's room back here. Now, this is why you buy an Accord over a Civic, because the seat is all the way back, and look how much leg room I have. I'm about 5'10", and you can see I have plenty of room. I can put my feet underneath the seat, and plenty of room. You do have a hump here, so if anyone's sitting in the middle seat, they're gonna be elevated a little bit with their feet. One thing that's new for 2025 are air vents. So this is standard on every Accord. I think the LX too get the air vent standard now, and you do have USB-C ports in the rear now as well. Previously on 24 and 23, you were only able to get the rear vents and the ports on a EXL and a Touring, and that was it. Now Sport L and SE and Sport, and I believe the LX will now get the rear vents, which is a nice touch. A lot of people complain that the Accord should have had that from the jump. Now, looking behind the passenger seat, you do have a mat pocket You just don't have one behind the driver. And you do have an armrest that comes down and turns to 2 cup holders and soft touch to rest your elbow. And down here for pretty much for the tethers for your booster seats or child seats, they're under this flap right here and they're exposed right there. So you don't got to dive too deep to get that guy. But I like the CRV style where it's just exposed. You don't have to move a flap or anything like that. But at least with this, you don't have to dig too deep in there. It's a nice place to be. You do have LED lighting up above as well. But other than that, that's all you really have back here. I'm glad they add those connections back here. Show you guys the cockpit again. It's a nice place to be, especially in the SE, especially if you don't need a hybrid and you don't want an LX, you just want a little bit more. The SE is a good package, especially if you like the blacked out wheels, the blacked out mirrors, and the overall styling on the SE, where they got rid of most of the chrome and some of the silver. Now let's jump out of here, and I want to show you guys the trunk space in the Accord. One thing with the Accord is always spacious back here. Now when you pop the trunk, it will open all the way because there is a strut that'll open the trunk for you, and that's on every model, which is nice. You do get a 60-40 split rear seats, so you can fold down one side, not the whole thing. You do have LED lighting for your cargo light, which is nice. This one does have a cargo tray, so this is an additional accessory you can add to your Accord, but it will come with these carpet floor mats and a front license plate bracket. And below the tray, this is how your Accord should look from factory, just carpet. You do have this floor underneath, which will give you your tools, and you do have a spare tire underneath this guy as well there too. I know you guys can see that. There you go. Pretty much you have your jack, your crowbar, and you have your funnel, because you do have a capless filler on the Accord as well too. I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. And you do have some grocery hooks built in on both sides, which is nice. Overall though, plenty of trunk space in the Accord. If you don't want to get an SUV, you like to have a traditional trunk, this is definitely the way to go. So let's close that guy up, and let me show you the capless fuel filler. So pushing on the door, opens up. There's no gas cap to screw off. It's capless. Technically the cap is right here. If you lock the Accord, it will lock the door. So, and not anyone can just open that guy and jump in there. Feature-wise, the SE will have the same thing, just like the EX. So the SE adds to or replaces LX features. So you're gonna get 17-inch gloss black alloy wheels. That's something different the SE adds over the EX. Blind spot information system with cross traffic monitor, because the LX does not get this feature. Dual zone automatic climate control system. I'm so shocked that the LX doesn't have that, because previous Accords, the LX had dual zone, so that's pretty interesting. One touch power moonroof. One reason why you'll get the SE. The driver's seat is a 10-way power adjustment, including 2-way power lumbar support. Heated front seats is another reason why you probably get the SE. And the 60-40 split fold down rear seat back with center armrest. Okay, so yeah, the LX don't get you the center armrest with the cup holders that you saw on the SE, and then you get an 8-speaker, 180-watt sound system, heated gloss black power side mirrors, and a lockable glove compartment. So all of these features were pretty much what you got on the EX for 23 and 24, but I hope you guys get the picture of what the SE is. So let's go ahead and build one. So here's the lineup for all of the Accords for 2025. Honda has made some changes in the whole lineup. So I believe the LX get the rear vents and USB-Cs like the SE I showed you guys in the video, but I standard on all of them. And Sport and Up will get a standard wireless phone charger, which is nice as well. So let's jump into the SE and let's look at some of the colors. Actually, before I do that, let me show you guys the gas mileage. So you're looking at 29 city, 37 highway, 32 combined. Because remember, the LX and the SE will have the 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder engine. They don't have the 2-liter hybrid system. You get the turbo only. So 190, I don't know why the picture just popped up, but 192 horsepower, 192 foot-pound of torque and it's matched to a CVT transmission. So remember that. Now let's jump in and look at some of the colors. And you have plenty of options on the SE. We're going to start off with a Canyon River Blue Metallic, which only comes with black interior. The headliner will be that grayish, beige-ish color. And you have Crystal Black Pearl, which also only come with black interior. And you have Meteorite Gray Metallic, which we're reviewing right now. And you have two options between black or gray interior. And you also have solar silver metallic, which is a new silver now. It replaces lunar silver, and that only comes in black interior. And now let's get to your premium colors. So these three colors, $455 more. You have platinum white pearl, which gives you an option between black or gray interior. And you have radiant red metallic, which only give you a gray interior. So no black interior is available in the red. And urban gray pearl, which only gives you black interior. And urban gray pearl is just the new in color that every manufacturer is doing their own version of this gray. It's pretty interesting. So let's jump back into the Meteorite gray. Let's choose the gray interior. Let's look at the additional wheel options. So just like 23 and 24, you can option in you pay for it. You can opt in for an HPD wheel. Now these are 19s. So if you get an LX or an EX, you can get 19s like the Sport and the Sport L and the Touring. I'm assuming gas mileage probably goes down a little bit because of the bigger rims. I'm assuming for the turbo. There's an option, which I'm not a big fan of the red in the middle, but I do like the wheels. I just don't like the red around the HPD. Anyways, let's jump into your packaging. Pretty simple. You have three options. You have the all-season protection package 1, 2, and protection package. So super simple. You can add these packages at your dealership, but you still can add all the accessories separate as well. So let's take a look at electronics first. And a wireless phone charger is an option. Let me see, the LX and Special Edition. So that's what SE means, by the way. So you can get it on either two of the turbo models because it's standard on all the hybrids. Anyways, so pretty interesting. And I think it's a 15-watt pad. They'll tell you on here, but I believe it is. Fast charging, surface keeps interior seating clean. To be honest, I'd rather plug my phone in, but if you need a quick charge, it's nice to rest your phone on that pad. You have the engine block heater as well. Let's look at interior. So we have all-season floor mats, which is a good pickup to get as far as accessories. Now the auto-dimming rear view mirror, this is an option. Let's see. So LX, SE, pretty much the whole lineup because it's not standard on any model like it used to. And what's cool with the Home Link, you can pair your garage to it, gates, lighting, things in that nature. And it's almost borderless compared to the stock rearview mirror that has the normal flip. So that's an option as well. We have cargo hooks back there. You can get cargo net, door sill protector, illuminated door sill. Says a cord on there, which is nice. First aid kit, rear passenger window shades, and a trunk tray, which my Accord had today. And not that many options for interior, but a lot more options for exterior. So body side molding. You have the deckless spoiler, which, let me see. I think they should have, I don't know if maybe they should have added a deckless spoiler on the SE just to, make it a little bit different. But as an accessory, you can either get black or you can get two-tone, which is nice. So I'm going to show you guys there you go. Pops up the black right there. And let's see what it looks like on the SE. And it looks nice. It's subtle, but it looks nice. And the two-tone will be body colored, I believe, as well. So let's remove that. We don't need to add that, but I think the SE should have got that at least. Door edge film, door edge guard. You can get an HPD sticker if you want to add that on there. I actually had a customer that I think they bought an Accord, and the only accessory they added was this HPD sticker. It was pretty interesting, but they wanted that on there, so they threw that on there. You can black out the emblem and the Accord symbol. You have a fender emblem you can add on there. Moonroof visor, protection film package. Oh, it's a package. So this comes with what this comes with. So door handle film, a rear bumper applique of the rear bumper, and that's it. So just the door handles and the rear bumper applique, the two items. Interesting. I didn't realize it was a package. Interesting. That comes in handy though because this part right here gets so scratchy for some reason. Over time, your ring, your keys, your nails scratch that part. I see a lot of used cars have that part all scratched up. Splash guard set. You have the underbody spoiler, which is the HBD spoiler pretty much because there's no HBD kit anymore. You have to piece it separate, which is interesting. Underbody spoiler for the rear. You get the side skirt as well, so you can put the whole kit on there if you wanted to. Valve stem caps, wheel locks, and wheel lug nuts in black. So some accessories there to dress up your Accord. Let's kind of break everything down. So the base price is $30,560. No charge for the color. Destination and handling is $1095. You're looking at a total MSRP at $31,655. So just shy of $32,000 for an SE in Meteorite Gray. I actually had a customer today that had a question about the SE. He didn't really like the black wheels, but it's to each his own. You know, some people prefer the gray because the LX, I think it's silver on the LX, and the EX used to have a dark gray color, but now it's just black. You know, and I think it's a nice touch. This might mean that for 26, the Accord is getting a redesign, like a complete body change. That's what Honda usually do when they put out a special edition model. So don't be surprised when they completely change the body. And let's see what they'll do. Let's see if it's actually going to be like a complete refresh, or maybe they'll take this chassis and switch it up a little bit. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to end this video here. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what you guys think about the car. You know, would you buy it? Would you not buy it? I'm always missing information too, so drop a comment below. I love when you guys, you know, mention something that I may have missed, or maybe I've misunderstood, or maybe I said the wrong information. You correct me in the comments. Drop a comment below. I want to start pinning you guys that actually got some good information maybe I've missed, so other people can get that as well. Because I'm not a specialist anything with these Hondas. You know, I'm just telling you what I know, and sometimes you make mistakes. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next walk around.